We were born at Tavern, but the next 250 years begin at Wood Tavern. This is Tavern Talk, where history, humor, and hard-earned leadership lessons collide, keeping the Marine spirit alive for generations to come. Hosted by Captain Roy DeCrube and Zachary Green, Marines, brothers, and founders of the Wood Tavern, just outside the gates of Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island. Pull up a stool, grab a drink, and join the conversation, where past meets present. Visit www.bwoodtavern.com or text BWT to 843-929-1775. The next 250 years start here.
All right, here we are, episode 5. We're seeing this beautiful full moon. This is actually the biggest full moon of the year. The tides down here are getting close to 9 feet. So
tide, right?
it's not just king tide, but this is the main king tide of the whole entire year. So exciting time.
Insurance companies are very nervous.
That's right. The water is going to be coming up. So this may be a short one, just depending on how much daylight we're burning, and then may end up heading back upstairs to the smoking lounge. Yes, exactly. So we got a couple guests that we're going to bring on here in a second. These are some Marines, one of our fellow brothers in blue, a first responder also. I'm gonna have them join us and maybe just get a chance to talk to them a little bit. But Roy, anything you want to share about our upcoming event?
Our upcoming event, we already bet. Don't just watch this. Watch every single episode. That way we don't have to pass word and freaking repeat ourselves
That's
every
right.
time. But we got the 10th is coming up. Please be there. Look up what you can do. It's on the website. Happy to have you guys a part of it.
Excellent. Yeah, and this will probably air, I imagine, Friday or Saturday. So this will be like right
Clock's
before
getting out of the trigger. If you're watching this is the first episode you're watching. You need to watch them.
That's right. So Devil Dogs, if you guys want to grab a chair and kind of fill in over here, I'm going to scoot over a little bit this way. We'll see if we can try to get everybody in here before it gets too dark.
Sit next to a steak. I don't want to move.
That's right. But
I'm actually excited about this episode. This is going to be the first episode that's more so like a group kind of tavern talk,
all right. So here we are. We're joined by a couple other
introduce yourself.
brothers. So
Ourselves.
Matthew Nance.
Roy DeCrube.
and over here we have
Carl Meyer.
Carl. So Carl, why don't you start us off? Carl is our resident cigar expert and will be our cigar maitre d', if you will, over at the tavern once we get up and running. But Carl, give us a little background on where you're from and kind of what you do now, and tell us a little bit about your dad too.
Hi, my name is Carl Meyer. I have lived here in Hilton Head for 7 years. I am originally from Chicago. I have 12 years in municipal law enforcement. I'm a proud patriot, proud supporter of all the armed forces. My father was a Seabee. He served during Vietnam, spent all his active years at Guantanamo in Cuba. My grandfather was a captain in World War II in the Army, and just proud patriot, love for my country.
Proud to have you here.
Thanks,
Right on.
guys.
Sure.
So tell us what you're smoking tonight.
I am smoking a Perdomo 30th anniversary. This is a newer cigar. This is a Connecticut. I am a big cigar lover aficionado, and someday hope to be a sommelier. Perdomo, Nick Perdomo, if you ever see this, you make an excellent product. Couldn't be happier. It's great. It's smooth. It's creamy. There is a little bit of spice to it, but nothing.
Have a cigar podcast.
I do that.
I love this. We need to. We have an episode for us.
Bourbon,
What it's about to
cigar,
take.
wine,
And if this is what this turns
and
into,
we need to bring strippers in here too, and
We
have the
could do
strippers
a
tell their stories too.
podcast. I would be more than happy to. I
how
love.
do you compare the
all
Perdomo
cigars.
to the AJ Fernandez? Because that's been my go-to.
Now, I like AJ Fernandez cigars as well. I like everything from Connecticut's to Maduro.
I'm like AJ Fernandez, Drew Estate,
Okay.
others.
Okay. I can help widen and broaden your palate. Not that I'm against AJ or Drew Estate. Drew Estate, that's more like your acids and
Select.
and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I can't do it in a few cigar.
Okay.
I can't
All
do it in a few cigar. I can barely even
bet you I could find you a slightly infused cigar that you may like.
No acids for you?
Just like IPAs,
I
I'd
love a
rather
good
just
acid.
not.
I understand.
I'd rather just not.
Well, Carl, thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to go ahead and
Yeah, you already know us.
Captain Cribs, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm Matthew Nans from Beaufort, currently stationed on Paris Island. I work at Weapons Company as a tactical instructor, teaching recruits land navigation, basic warrior stuff, and then running the Crucible and helping with all those efforts.
And Matt, you've got a pretty illustrious family lineage to the military. Why don't you kind of go back all the way as far back as you were telling me a couple days ago?
I do. I saw my grandfather. He was enlisted into the Army and then served in World War II and then commissioned for Korea as a captain. And then he served there. And then my uncle, he was a colonel. He served in the Marine Corps from the early 70s to early 2000s, so for quite a while. And then my father, Master Sergeant, he did 22 years as an aircraft mechanic. And then my brother, he was in as well as artillery.
Oh, wow.
Camp Pendleton, Ruit.
Wow.
And then I have a cousin as well.
He wasn't the one that blew up the CHP cruiser over the top of the 405 when
he was in early when you
would really dive him out like that if he was.
No, I'd buy him a beer. That's pretty freaking awesome. Because the only ticket I couldn't talk my way out of was a freaking CHP. Probably on that same freeway right there by Oceanside.
No, but super long line of lineage and proud Marine now. So
awesome.
Love it.
So tell us a little bit of how you heard about Bellawood Tavern and kind of what's happened here over the last couple week or two since we met you.
Recently, you came up on my Facebook as like a recommended friend, and you looked super familiar. I think from you doing like the Crucible hikes and whatnot. So I, of course, sent you a friend request. You accepted it, and then shortly after, maybe a week or two after, I seen you post about Bellawood, the tavern, and so I'm like, wow, I love this. This is definitely something that Beaufort needs, and Beaufort's never had something like this. We have like the local taverns as well, like the small bars, sports bar restaurants, but nothing like of this kind, especially being in like Paris Island, the most historic base, as well as like one of the most important bases in the whole entire Marine Corps.
Right.
So, and of course, like location is the best location you could find. The only better location would be on Paris Island itself.
We wouldn't want to be on Paris Island.
Exactly.
Too many restrictions.
But, and then so I was on duty, of course, like a motivator, and I was going to drop off my dress blues, and I seen you outside sitting there, playing with a weed eater, and I was like, I'm going to stop in there. I've been wanting to do it. I seen you post on Facebook about it, so I stopped in and talked to you, and I was like, hey, man, I got some heavy equipment, and a couple motivated Marines come out here and help work, so, and then just from there, I feel like it's exploded, so.
Well, he's being very modest, and I got to tell you, the one thing Roy and I just are so unbelievably touched is every time we're at the property, we have 1, 2, 3 pickup trucks that happen to just swing by. I'm like, hey, I've been seeing what you're doing. What can I do to help? And this motivator didn't just say, what can I do to help? He shows up with the full, well, how big's your trailer that you brought over?
25-foot.
25-foot tilt trailer with a freaking skid steer on it. He's like, what can I do? And Roy and I are like out there using these like, right, Ryobi battery powered weed whackers. And he's like, I got you
and stuff. So yeah, man.
Been used to turn that backyard into a pond.
And even just like the work, but even some ideas. People just drive by like, hey, you guys should do this. Freaking knuckle draggers, like, that's a good idea. We should do that. All
right. Well, we're getting here towards the end. So Devil Dog, why don't you wrap us up here and tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what brought you to the Marine Corps and what you're doing now.
My name is Tyler Sales. I'm active duty over on the Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort. I just kind of fell in. Got to know Nans when he moved back here, and he was telling me about the tavern and stuff, and I was like, yeah, man, I'd be interested in it. Like, that's cool. Like, I like doing stuff like that. So we went out to the tavern. I met you, and we kind of like hit it off from there. A little bit of backstory for me, though. I'm actually from a small town, Pulaski, Tennessee. Dad, he's actually a barber. One of the most known barbers around our hometown. He was actually in the Army. He was 4 years. And then my great-granddad, he was Army. And then my granddad, he was Marine Corps, actually. So that's a little bit about me. I mean, I don't really have much to say. I'm just here for whatever needs to be done.
Excellent. What do you do at the air station?
I'm a combat engineer over there, actually.
Excellent. To the end, as you can see, the moon is starting to get high in the sky. It's getting dark out. Roy, any last save rounds or things you'd like to share?
Just short episode here tonight, just kind of illustrating that the tavern's for everybody that's cut of this cloth. You know, we've got law enforcement, we've got every base, we got clean veterans here, we got active duty across all, you know, trades. And I mean, shucks, now I'm meeting Carl for the first time. Put it out there because I'm very proud. My brother, my little brother, you know, he's not so little anymore. He just turned 4.
He'll always be your little brother, though.
Yeah, Detroit police officer, proud, making us all proud out there. Love you, bro. Stay safe. Can't wait to see you again. Can't wait to host you down here and all your friends at the tavern. I hope you all are doing well up there. And please, this is like the first episode of Tavern Talk where you're kind of getting a glimpse of what a table at the tavern might look like.
And I think they like not having to listen to us two yap, so it's nice to get a little fresh blood in here, right?
Maybe we'll have somebody else narrate next time too. You know,
we Corporal Nance is being also modest, but he was just the voice of the Marine Corps Ball. So we're gonna put his narration skills to test
here. You know, you kind of just volunteered yourself.
I know.
To be the voice.
My battalion, you know, my battalion sergeant major says the same thing. You just volunteered yourself for the next 5 retirements in a month.
And I'm telling you, man, you got a face for radio. So perfect.
Yeah.
All right, guys, Semper Fi.
You've been listening to Tavern Talk by Bellawood Tavern. Be sure to like, follow, and visit www.bwoodtavern.com or text BWT to 843-929-1775.